Are you done?
Well, if Your Honor keeps interrupting me, then of course I'm done.
Lawyers for Aaron Hernandez cry foul, saying the judge treats them unfairly.
And I think it's unfair. It violates the due process clause.
That heated exchange as they tried to keep this man from taking the stand. Jeff London was there the night of the double murder in Boston's South End.
I heard what sounded like gunshots.
Do you recall how many gunshots?
No.
Welcome back to another episode of DAS with your boy, Sean Mack. And today I'm going to be discussing a certain topic and a certain person that, to be honest, I tried to stay away from this story because of the intricacies and the delicacies of this case. I didn't never find a way to feel that I can present it in a manner of which I liked and that would represent the channel. I'm going to let the comment section do the dirty work, if you get what I'm saying. Wink, wink. But on June 26th of 2013, Aaron Hernandez was arrested for first-degree murder of Odin Lloyd. It's a tough one. This is a tale of when trying to be gangster and keeping it real goes wrong. So if you like today's content, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the video. So let's go. On June 18th of 2013, police searched Hernandez's home in connection with an investigation into the shooting death of a friend, Odin Lloyd, whose body was found with multiple gunshot wounds to the chest and back in an industrial park about a mile away from Hernandez's house. On the following day, Hernandez assured Patriots head coach Bill Belichick and owner Robert Kraft that he had nothing to do with the shooting. Despite this, Hernandez was barred from Gillette Stadium, lest it became, quote, the site of a media stakeout, end quote. The team also decided a week before the eventual arrest to cut off all ties with Hernandez if he was arrested and charged with anything related to this case. On June 26 of 2013, Hernandez was charged with first-degree murder. In addition to 5 gun-related charges, the Patriots released Hernandez from the team about 90 minutes later, you think, before being officially informed of all of his charges against him. 2 other men were also arrested in connection with Lloyd's death. On August 22nd of 2013, Hernandez was indicted by a grand jury for the murder of Lloyd. He pleaded not guilty on September 6 of 2013. On April 15th of 2015, he was found guilty of murder in the first degree, a charge that in Massachusetts automatically carries a sentence of life in prison without any possibility of parole. He was also found guilty of 5 firearm charges. A motive for the murders were never established. Police investigated the possibility that Lloyd may have learned of Hernandez's bisexuality and that Hernandez was worried that Lloyd might out him to others. All right, I treaded real light in that read. If anyone knows the full details about that case and all the intricacies of that case, you can see I handled it with kids' gloves. But as I stated earlier, I want the comment section to do my dirty work. Wink, wink. Get in that comment section. Let me know details about Aaron Hernandez I didn't want to put in this video and things that you might have seen that I didn't want to talk about. I got my notes here as always. Receipts, I got them. We're gonna tread light with these receipts as well. But if you like today's content, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the video, and make sure you hit those notifications so we be all in your notifications when we drop our videos. Number 1, Aaron Hernandez did not grow up in that life. He got money, then became Scarface. This happens a lot. He was from Hartford, Connecticut, if I'm not mistaken. Tough town, don't get me wrong. I live in Connecticut as well. I'm originally from New Orleans, and I moved to Connecticut. It's a tough little town, Hartford. So, you know, he grew up an athlete. He grew up not needing for much. Wasn't too bad of a lifestyle growing up for him. But one thing he did was he got that money, and they said it. Once he got money, and he became a little bit of a star. Even when he was in Miami, I heard tales of him wanting to try to be like a Don. He wanted to be Scarface. I don't know many light-skinned scar faces. That's a joke, but not really. But number 2, he was living the American dream. He threw it all away. As I said, he was a small town kid that made it big. This also happens in hip hop. You get someone nice upbringing, 2 parents. They get a little fame online, SoundCloud or whatever they be playing their music on these days. I'm getting old. And I do think Kendrick Lamar killed Drake, by the way. I think that was he won that, just to throw that out there. Brought me back to some real hip hop. Gotta love Kendrick Lamar for that. But moving on. But people in hip hop and in sports, they do this. I've seen a couple cases in sports where they get the money, then they get the entourage, then that entourage have guns, and you've never grown up around this ever in your life. And I tell you, it can be tragic because they live that life. They know how to move. They know the intricacies. That must be the word of the day, intricacies. Keep using it. It's all in front of my mind. But they know how to maneuver in these streets. They know how to maneuver in clubs. They know how to maneuver when they out in big places. And a lot of these people that don't come from that, they get that money, and then all of a sudden they think they're the most gangsterous person on earth. They think they know everything because they can pay people to do those acts that they wouldn't do themselves. So it's not like you still can't get hurt by this guy, even though somebody might be a softie, but they can pay people to do things. You know what I'm saying? So it's a correlation there. If you're not from there and you didn't grow up in that manner, don't try to become it once you get money. Doesn't work out that well for you. Number 3. Now, this goes out to, I forget the guy that was in my comment section, but this goes out to him. This is not an excuse. These are just facts, and it's something that we have to think about when we think about this certain issue and certain cases that are involved with murders and people doing things to themselves and harming themselves. This is not an excuse. But when they studied Aaron Hernandez's brain, because you can't study for CTE while someone is living, you actually have to get into that brain. So when they did the studies for Hernandez's brain, he had the worst case of CTE ever known and discovered in a person at his age. He had stage 3 CTE. I state again, it's not an excuse, but we have to deal and live in facts. A lot of people in this world don't like to live in facts. They like to live in a little made up square box in a little world, but I'm living in facts. The doctor said he had the worst case of CTE ever seen at someone that age. I think Aaron Hernandez actually had the brain of a 70-something-year-old Alzheimer's patient as well. So did those things have anything to do with the actions that he did? Because I didn't read much of it in the read, but he also was accused of murdering 2 other people that he was acquitted for. So the boy was out there acting up in them streets, and he wasn't even from the streets. You're a football player. You play with Tom Brady. You're on TV every Sunday or Monday or Thursday night. What the hell you doing that for? You're making millions. You've made it. You've made it. You don't have to struggle no more. Get to where you want to be. You are where you want to be. But he had a bad case of CTE, as I stated, stage 3. Did that have anything to do with the way that he acted and his actions? Most likely, yeah. He probably wanted to be gangster as well. So putting those things together, it created a monster. What can we do about it? Can we treat it? I don't know. That's why you got the billions of dollars of lawsuits in the NFL, and they hiding stuff under the carpet. Don't want to let you know, but eventually all the details of CTE will come out. I don't know if Aaron Hernandez would be ever looked at in a lighter light. Because he had CTE, he will always be known as the crazy football player that murdered people and thought he was gangster. But you need to check into that CTE and never downplay it and say to my guy in the comment section that it's no excuse for it. Sometimes things aren't excuses, they're just facts. Moving on to number 4, and I'm gonna let you get on out of here. Remember, if you like today's content, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the channel in the video. Number 4, kind of spoke about this earlier, but let me get you on out of here. Stay in your lane. If you didn't grow up in that life, when you get money, and fame, don't become a criminal. Seems pretty simple. It doesn't always work out well. That's a pretty simple statement. I know it seems easy and it's just that, but stay in your lane. If you're not from that and you're a light-skinned boy, girl, whatever, dark skin, and you get the women and you're a pretty boy like he was, just stay in your pretty boy lane. Plain and simple. No need to try to be Tony Montana, you know? No reason to say goodnight to the bad guy. You're not that bad guy. You're just a normal guy that got money, surrounded yourself around people you thought was gangster. Now, they always talk about he took out Odin Lloyd because Odin Lloyd might have known of him being bisexual. I don't know about that. No one really knows. I'm pretty sure a few of his friends know and they just don't tell. Hopefully that'll come out in the future, but you never know. And I'm gonna get on out of here on this. On April 19th of 2017, Aaron Hernandez was found hanging in his cell. They say he was on some type of synthetic weed that he was smoking that made you a little psychosis, a little crazy, and he had been doing it that whole week leading up to that. To me, I just think that he didn't want to be around no more. I believe that he offed himself, as I stated, and he did the crime, but he couldn't do the time of life in jail. On that note, I've been Sean Mack, and this is Death After Sports. Aaron Hernandez. Peace. And I want to say rest in peace to Odin Lloyd. Pretty sure you didn't deserve that, brother. Rest in peace and prayers to your family. Once again,